Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Raihan. I'm from SIJA, and in this video, I will explain a simple present tense. So, what is simple present tense? Simple present tense is a type of tenses that is used for events that are happening now or repeated event like habits. Simple present tense usually use verb one, and how to make it. Okay, so the first one, you can make I, you, they, we plus verb one plus object, and you can make she, he, it plus verb one and the subject. So if you want to make a positive sentence, like you can make subject plus verb one, or you can add to be plus object. For negative sentence, you can make a subject plus don't or doesn't plus verb one and the subject. And you can make another one like subject plus to be plus not plus object. So if you want to make interrogative type, you can make like do or does plus subject plus verb one and the subject. Next is the context. So the context is a type of text that usually tells event that happened in the past or your experience. And for the type of the context, I found a three type, like a personal, like a factual, and imaginative. For personal, the context is like your experience, and for factual, the count is like a news report or some research, and for imaginative, yeah, it's mean the text has imaginative. So what the structure of the context? There are three structure, like orientation, events, and reorientation. Orientation contains an introduction in the form of information on who, where, and when the event happened. The second is events, like a content of the events. And the last one is reorientation. Usually this repetition of orientation, but in this section include comment or impression of these events. I have an example of the context. This is my experience. Okay, last year I was chosen to be one of the representatives for the training Tutor Sebaya by M Block Axio, and an event that introduced like robotic and block-based programming. The training was held for 2 days. On the first day, I and other representatives were introduced to what is M-Block and what is block-based programming. How surprised I was when complex programming made easy with blocks. All I have to do is like click and drag the block, and yeah, I think it's like a Lego, because you have like each block and block and block and block, and you compile it and you run it. The program runs. An M-block is a robot, where block-based programming is done for M-block. We can run it to M-block and the robot will run. And I think that's really cool, because I never see like that, and yeah, that's cool. And on the second day or last day, we were given a few games or challenge. Yeah, that's where I have to program M block to go according to the challenge. Quite complicated, but cool. We even look at each other if the programming robot doesn't work, and of course in the end we give solution. And overall, the program was very enjoyable and also beneficial for me, and I hope to be chosen again at the next training event. Yeah, maybe that's an example of free context from me. Next is simple future tense. Simple future tense is a tenses are used to indicate events that have not yet occurred or will occur in the future and in the future. The use of this form is identical to will and going to. How to make it? You can make like a subject plus will plus verb 1 plus object, or subject plus to be like are and is, plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. Or if you want make a negative type, you can subject plus will plus not plus verb 1 plus object, or subject plus to be plus not plus going to plus verb 1 and plus object. I have some example. This is my future plan. So this is my future plan. I have aspiration as a technology maker such as an artificial intelligence or AI, because AI in Indonesia has not been taken too seriously yet. So that's why I will learn it. Yeah, I will learn AI. I want to go to Japan, and of course I will study technology, especially AI, and hopefully my future plans are achieved. Yeah, maybe something like that for the simple future tense example from me. Next is passive voice. Passive voice is a form sentence in which the subject of the sentence receives an action, not an action. Unlike active voice, the focus on the party that is doing the action, right? So this form is preferred by the party or object that receives the result of the action. So how to make the passive voice? You can make like subject plus to be plus past particle. I have two example, like my bedroom has been cleaned by me, and the second is like when was my room painted by father? When was my room painted by father? Yeah, maybe something like that for the example of passive voice. So the last one is conditional if type 2 and 3. So for conditional if type 2 is used as conditional, and there is a little chance that the result will be realized. So how to make conditional if type 2? Yeah, like if, the simple past or where, or you can use would, could, or might plus bare infinitive. I have it one example, like if I were you, I would buy an iPhone. So next is conditional if type 3. So conditional if type 3, where a possibility will not be realized because the condition has passed. So how to make it? Yeah, you can make like if plus past perfect, or you can use would, should, could, and might plus have plus past participle. I have one example for conditional if type 3, like if you remember me first, you might still be here. If you remember me first, you might still be here. That's enough from me, and I hope it's gonna be useful for you guys, and thank you for attention. I'm sorry if I make something mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I have some example, like the first one, like I sleep 5 hours every night. The second, he studies English every Wednesday. And the third, I watch COVID-19 news every day during quarantine. So I have another example, like a story, like I wake up at 3 o'clock every day in the morning. Then I studied a little until dawn, or subuh. After that, I take a shower every morning because I think it's so fresh for me. And my mother prepared for breakfast, and she told me to clean the house after I shower or taking bath, and after that I ate.